Hello, 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 and welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. What's going on, everybody? Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here, who's checking in, who's checking in. I am so excited. Yes, I am so excited. As you know, this is Monday, and I am the Nicole Johnson coming to you live to talk about your money matters because your money matters. And I got DJ Tony here with me tonight. Hey, DJ Tony.
Hey, Nicole, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. The eye of the storm.
We in the house. We in the house.
Yes, listen, I had a chance to talk with DJ Tony right before we went live. And man, it is 2022. And some of the things that we are seeing in 2022, 30 years ago, you couldn't have paid us to believe that we would be seeing. You
Really?
right? Some
Right.
of the things that are my kids, my son was like, Mommy, what's a typewriter? Like, oh, I'm a horrible parent. I'm a horrible parent. And if I told him put a nickel on the record, he what what roller skates, huh? So I got to do. We got to do better at teaching the children. Hey Tamika, thank you so
All
much
right,
for joining us
Jamaica
live.
plan.
So listen,
On it.
we are really getting into the month of October. Can you believe it, Tony? This is the last quarter of the year. Like we are literally down to the wire of 2022.
And listen, you saw how fast the first 10 days in October went?
Just like that, just like that. Good evening, Brianna and Cynthia. Thank you so much for joining us. Time is flying, and that old saying of "time flies when you're having fun," it flies. Period. You don't have to be having fun,
Show
okay?
go.
You do not have to be having fun. So, what I want to do is kind of give you a brief recap. So, in September, we celebrated self care. At the top of this month, we had a self care specialist come on to talk about self care, the importance of self care. Cynthia is my client that I brag about a whole lot. She retired debt free, so she is out there living her life, getting plenty of self care, traveling from here to there and to and fro. And I am enjoying watching her, enjoy the fruits of her labor. So, congratulations again, Cynthia. That is something that we can
Way
always
through, Cindy.
tip our hat at because it is a phenomenal feat. I want to thank you guys for joining us here on the Brownstone Worldwide. I'm excited that Paulette has put this platform together for us to be able to come together as a community to change the narrative of our story. Because if we don't tell our story correctly, I'm gonna let that sit right there.
Let it marinate. Let it marinate.
That's it right there.
Let
So,
them
as
see.
the month of October is getting into full force and we are looking at financial planning, we are excited to be able to talk to you about how we're going to finish out 2022 strong. Ain't that thing right, DJ Tony? We can't finish it no other way, right?
Got to.
Finish it strong. And one of the things for me as your financial coach is to ensure that you know how to get ready for the holidays. You got to know how to get ready for the holidays, right? People are already planning who's cooking. DJ Tony, right? Because they can't be putting out no horrible food, right? Because
Right.
they will get their black card snatched. They will get their black card. Whoop! Nah, baby, what is in this pie?
Yeah. Who let TT in the kitchen?
Who
She
let her in? We're gonna take her card and yours. Get out. Okay. And someone made a post about your mom sending you home with leftovers in a plastic bag because you don't bring the Tupperware back. Well, listen here, Nicole know better. I come with
mm,
my own. Come with my own, depending on who house we at. Let me put that part in there. Okay. So inside of my community group, let me share this with you guys. As a coach, I love to make sure that people have a way to have support support around them. Because as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a single mom, as a married woman, all these different hats that women wear, and guys too, we won't leave you guys out, but we wear so many hats that sometimes we get lost in the sauce and we really don't have a community to support us. And would you agree, DJ Tony, support is important?
Absolutely.
So we have people who coming up on the holidays. It might not be the best time. They're missing a loved one. This might be their first year without a loved one. This is another reason that self-care is important. Okay, self-care is important because there's no time limit on grief.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no time limit on grief.
Right.
You have to feel it until you don't feel it. And then that's when you just get into a mode where memories will carry you through.
Carry you through. Yeah.
So, one of the other things that we talked about was using your flexible spending account for federal employees. Open enrollment is right around the corner, and I want to make sure that you guys know how to use your flexible spending account. If you don't know how, be sure to look up fsafeds.gov so that you can understand how much you can put into the account, how to use it, and especially understand how much you can carry over from year to year and what things you can use your flexible spending account on. Medication, over the counter. My favorite is the massages. Okay, I'm just gonna let it be known. My favorite is the massages. All right, so that is how we're wrapping up that portion of financial planning. But listen, DJ Tony, listen. Financial planning, right? So something that we really don't talk about. And what I'll say is that in our community, funerals bring out the worst part in our kinfolk. Okay, all right. See, I knew it wasn't just me. So let me say this: when I got divorced, I got rid of him, but I kept the in-laws. Okay, I kept the in-laws. I had to salvage something. I love it dearly. I love it dearly. And so my mother-in-law, and this is, let me be clear, this is father-in-law's second wife. Second wife. So she new to the kinfolk for me. But she called to say that grandpa was in the hospital. Okay. And so after we talked about what was going on, what the doctors were saying, what we're doing next, when she was home alone, I said, now you know me, I'm coming with the real questions. Are his affairs in order?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are the affairs in order? So recently I asked the community members who needed a will. The number of people who need a will, the number of people who need a will. Y'all don't have a will. Why not? Tamika, Brianna, Cynthia, somebody tell me why y'all don't have a will. Just, I just want to hear from the people.
Yeah.
Okay. Tony, what you think?
Being misinformed by misinformed people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
white people been doing it forever.
They do that first.
You know what
Like
I'm saying? Right.
they write the prenup and the will.
And the will off the top. Now, ain't no barriers against wills.
I-
You know, ain't no nationalities, no skin tone, and man, come
You gotta
on.
have, you
Over
gotta.
your lifetime, you done accumulated some things, and you might want to give to certain individuals.
That's it. Who getting grandmama's furs?
Thank you. You
Who
know,
getting
man,
who getting big mama's pots and pans?
you know what I'm saying?
Who gonna
So
get the
ain't
house?
nothing wrong with getting you a wheelchair. People will buy some, and I'm just saying this, and I'm being honest. People will buy weave before they buy life insurance.
I'm let me go on. Let me who
For real. And I never understood that. I watched my mama, my grandmama, my auntie, them, because I grew up in a house with all women, and she always paid insurance. My grandmama and mama, them, they always paid insurance. The insurance man was our friend.
that's it. And you know what? That part right there, you said the insurance man. Tony, remember back in the day when he was like a door-to-door salesman?
Yeah, come
And
to the house.
sometimes your policy got paid with dinner.
Come to the house. Everything.
Look, he came in to talk about this
Okay,
insurance.
I take that back, Tamika. I take that back, Tamika. Tamika told me straight up, not the weave, sir. Okay, I'll take that back. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no. Okay, let me draw the line. We are here to tell the truth.
I
He
just,
ain't making it up. He is not making it up.
I know that's a soft spot for my sisters. I told, look, I used to have hair before my sisters them experimented with me with all them dyes and perms and putting peroxide in my hair and all that, turning different colors. So I wasn't, being funny. I was just being letting you know I had some pain too.
I understand. So Tamika says, before I had children, I really thought it was only for people who had assets or real estate to leave behind. And that's what Tony is saying. That is misinformed information. And so now that you know better, you do better, right? Because what you have to think about and consider is who takes care of the children in your absence, in your upon your death,
Yeah,
right? And if your children are minors, okay, so we always say, if I die, they go, the spouse will. What if y'all die together?
right.
Y'all in the same car accident and there are no survivors. Now what? And you
Yeah,
can't just say, well, Big Mama gonna take care of we need something in writing, and Big Mama need to know that she's gonna be taking care of them.
thank
So
you.
there's a conversation that you have to have. And where's the paperwork that says that?
Hmm.
Where's the paperwork that says that? So that you keep them out of any type of system. You already, Big Mama know where the papers. As a matter of fact, Big Mama gonna pull them right out her house coat pocket. Here
You
they go.
know it. They right here.
Here they go. They mine now.
Right.
So we have to be more prepared, because what I want you to consider is that your family is going to have a hard enough time with your loss. Do not leave them to have to scrape, scramble, and dig around and not know where your stuff is, or not know what your plans are. Here's the other thing. How many of you have actually decided to be organ donors? But if my driver's license get burned up, don't nobody know.
Nobody know. So you got to
You
put that
have to talk. You got to put it in writing. You
got to
got to talk to the people that are going to be over your estate planning, all of those things. So as fine as this is October is financial planning. Financial planning isn't just about your budget.
oh
Now you know
no.
that's my favorite word. I know. Look at Tony. Look at Tony. Look at Tony.
Ooh. You said,
That's
ooh.
that. That's that B word. Don't nobody want to hear that old B word. I want to hear that old B word.
Oh,
Oh, it's like a dagger. I
right.
got to
Where can I
stop.
spend my money?
They're all up in my money. But listen, here's the hard truth. If you don't tell somebody where your money is going, where your children are going, where your property is going, the state in which you reside, they're
Get you.
going to decide.
Yeah.
Now, would you rather make your own choice, or had a state in which you live that don't know you, don't care nothing about you, had him making decisions on your behalf?
Hmm. Food for
I
thought.
know if I lived in the state of Alabama, I want them making no decisions for me. Hello. To
And
ship me back to Illinois first.
I'm trying to get up out of here. I'm trying to get out of Illinois.
I'm dead done. At least I know up there I got a better chance than that state. But seriously, people don't have wills. They don't have medical directives. Some people will try to pull the plug when you want the doctors to do everything to save your
Just
life.
your life. Yeah.
Or somebody will say, leave them on the machine forever. No,
No.
I don't want to be a vegetable like that. That's not a productive life. Tamika says I would hate for my family to have to deal with probate court. Absolutely. It's very expensive. It's very time consuming. So those are the things that, as we are getting up in age, and not to say that younger individuals shouldn't, but definitely, do you have a policy that pays off the home in the event of your death? Or do you have a designated beneficiary?
And now that you said that, Nicole, I would truly advise young people to do that now, because
Listen,
at the rate that the young folks are being demised, is man.
Tony, you took the words right out of my mouth.
So I would recommend all the younger people, man, please
Get
invest
your parents. Yes, yes,
invest invest in in your children's future while you here right now.
that's it.
Make it real easy. Well, not easy, but that's just a buffer word right for right now. But
Right.
make it
Mhm.
more convenient for them in your transition, man, to where, man,
That's
it's
it.
a hassle. I'm telling y'all, it's a hassle when you trying to do all of that stuff and you in a grieving mode and you got these funeral people coming at you about this the issue and you got these people coming at you. It's too much.
It's too much.
So,
And
but if you got an agenda already wrote down,
that's it.
that alleviates so much pressure.
Yes. And it gives them time to not go to so that they don't go through that process. They're already hurt, they're already grieving, and now they're fighting with people.
Yeah,
I don't have time for that. You come over to the house for the repast and you look up and they didn't raided Big Mama closet. They didn't went through all her jewelry, baby. You know what? We not too late to go back to that cemetery and
right.
get a 2-for-1 special. Now put her stuff back because she decided where it's going. So, and that's very typical in our community.
Mm-hmm.
It's very typical in our community. Not too long ago, we talked about prenuptial agreements. People have their position on it, but here's the thing: that's signed before the wedding vows are said. You know what that means is that family, that person, they're trying to continue the legacy.
Yeah.
They're trying to make sure that things are protected. Now, it may be unbalanced, that those are the details, but they had the foresight to make sure that there was something in place
Mm-hmm.
so that the family money went a certain way. And you
Absolutely.
don't have to have a lot of money to for you to require a will.
Right.
Okay? You don't. All right. So for those of you who are watching, I am the Nicole Johnson with Your Money Matters. I'm here with DJ Tony Sanchez, personality here for Eye of the Storm, and you are joining us. Here go my mommy. She said, I'm naming you in my will, Nicole. I know you are. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna help you write it, but I can't sign it because as a beneficiary, it's got to be somebody else. See how we know these things. We see
Yeah.
how we know these things. And her ears must have been burning because I was talking about her today for about 30 minutes. For about 30 minutes. Because listen, she holds no punches, all right? None whatsoever. And I love her dearly. So, you know, when I look at the platform that's here on the Brownstone Worldwide, and I'm new to the family, and I love the fact that I've been taken in as family and that I can come here to be able to talk about things as we are rewriting our narrative. With October being financial planning, inside of my community, what I like for them to do at this time of the year is to start preparing for the holidays. Okay, so if you guys are interested, go on over to search that Facebook group, join us in the community, and let's start talking about how you can get ready. I have a plethora, I love that word, a
Yes. That's
plethora
nice.
of challenges that they're going to be doing this month is increase your income. And so they haven't gotten the details yet. So I'll release them right before we log off tonight. So Tony, I always love to come with a surprise. So they're working on increasing their income, but also getting ready for the holidays. So Tony, let me ask you this: are there some traditions in your family for the holidays, like Thanksgiving dinner, or things you guys do for Christmas?
Yeah. Back when the family was the family. Right now, I'm the last member of my immediate family.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm the last. I'm the last Williams. But
Okay.
got my branches out there, my son, my daughter, my grandbabies and stuff like that,
That's
But
the legacies.
yeah. So, I try to honor my old school holiday traditions because we always had Thanksgiving dinner at Big Mama house, We always had Thanksgiving dinner, man. And then the Christmas thing, setting everything up at midnight when the kids sleep just to see their face in the morning when they come down there. So those traditions like that, we supposed to honor and treasure those and pass them on. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing, you know what? We can pick our friends, but we can't pick our family. And everybody got a family with members that's, you know what I'm saying? Like Bernie,
Oh,
Bernie
listen, I know.
Bernie would say, some of your family members fucked up too, right? So
Listen, we all got a reality show.
yeah, so treasure those moments, man. Man, family is important, man, and we got to get into the understanding that it does take the village to raise the village, and we got to get back to village mentality. All this, I'm seeing stuff today where 11-year-olds getting assaulted and people who was recording it rather than helping, and that bothers me when, that as a man, as a black man, that really bothers me, what you will take the time to record it, but you won't help this baby. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So when you start talking about you had to be home before the street lights were on, and
Yeah,
you
I'm
go out
always
at 8 o'clock in the morning, and mama didn't see you till right before the street lights came on. She don't know what you ate, where you ate. She don't know where you been, where you used back. She don't know none of those things, right?
yeah,
And you got home and the motion. How you get all that mud on you? Boy, take them clothes off. Girl, go take them things off and put them in a tub or wherever she had you put them. It's not
yeah.
like that today. Like the
And
kids
it's
don't
sad.
go outside. They do everything inside and it's electronic. Um, but what I'm working with the community on right now is extra income. And so at the holidays, what I find is that a lot of people are prepared to spend more than they are to bring in more income.
Mm,
And as their coach, I try to break that mentality because just as much as you're spending, I guarantee you, if you do what I asked you to do, you can bring in that amount and more.
imagine
This
that.
is really a time where you can make more money, especially leading into the holiday season. And I'm not talking about a part-time job.
Right.
Anybody who knows me know I'm not an advocate for a part-time job, especially outside of the home. You know why? Because a part-time job outside of the home has just as many expenses. So what's the purpose? Unless it's just paying, you're spending more to get there and you're taking more time away from your home and your family. So
Mm-hmm.
part-time jobs to me, that's just as they say, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
are is not the best option when you can do something from right inside the home. Okay. So that is part of the announcement that we'll be talking about at the end, where I'll be talking about right before the end of the show. But right now, I want everybody to grab their pens and a piece of paper because I'm going to give you a few tips that we talk about just in easy, simple ways to increase your savings. Easy and simple ways to increase your savings. And the reason that this is important, because in financial planning, you've got to have foresight beyond Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like Thanksgiving is how many days, Tony?
Mm.
One
Like,
day. One day, right? And I have seen some spreads that will make a professional chef sit down. Be like, oh, Big Mama been cooking. They've been getting ready with all this food for 2, 3 days before Thanksgiving. It was quite a bit of pretty penny that they spent. But what happens afterwards? Because guess what? The light bill, the phone bill, the gas bill, the rent, the mortgage, the car insurance, the car note, all them things still coming in. Okay, those things are still coming in, and you spent way more than you normally do. And if you haven't prepared for it, you skipped on some things
Oh yeah.
in order to accommodate that expense. And again, we want to change the narrative. So here's one of the things that I tell them, and they don't believe me. Okay, so I tell them the only way to disprove what I'm saying is to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 liter bottle, 2 liter bottle. I don't care if it was Coke in it originally, Sprite, whatever. Fill that up with dimes. Guess how much money you save? About $700.
Did you say 2 liter bottles?
Two, 1 2 liter bottle
1 2 liter bottle.
will hold about $700 worth of dimes.
Oh,
Now, the reason that I tell them to do that is because people think that they can't save when they're trying to pay off their debt.
mm,
People think that they can't save when they're trying to pay off their debt. And I'm here to tell you, you have to save even though you're trying to pay off your debt.
right.
Because if you don't, if you just are paying, whoop, flat tire, whoop, the car went out.
Murphy's Law.
Now what?
Mm,
You have no cushion. You have no savings for those rainy days.
yes.
So you always have to save, even if you're paying off debt. So, but Nicole, every time I put it away, I see it and okay, well, I promise you, and this is what I'm speaking from true experience. If I have a jar and it's halfway full, quarters, dimes, nickels, whatever, it's got to be a dire emergency for me to sit there, count it out, roll it up, and take it to the bank.
Absolutely.
Because see, there are no more coin machines. The
None.
banks have gotten rid of them. They only use them for their own. And some banks actually ship their change to other bigger banks and let them count it for them. Okay. But otherwise, you put it in the Coin Star, and the Coin Star ain't cheap. Okay. Coin Star ain't cheap.
No, it
Right.
ain't. They gonna
But
get
they're going to get everybody out for. And those percentages about 10 to 12% of
yeah,
whatever you put in there.
yeah.
Been there, done that. Okay. So Brianna said, I ain't doing all of that. Oh, well, listen, you've got to figure out, and it doesn't work for everybody. Listen, there are all kinds of ways to save, there are all kinds of things to implement. But I promise you, if you don't implement anything,
Mm.
you catch 22 sooner than later. You will hit a catch 22. So, Tony, let me ask you this. What's the next to the last place? Not the last, not the very last, but the next to the last place that somebody would consider strange place to hide money. Don't tell me your last because we might go look for it. But
Right.
what is next to the last
Next
place?
to the last place, inside the couch cushion.
Mhm.
You know that deep down, that where you have to push it down there in that in that corner section of the couch where you push it way down. That's
Tony, I can't.
the
And
next to the last.
Brianna say the freezer.
The freezer now.
And
Yeah.
Tony, I will tell you, one of the things that I tell them every Friday is to dump their change out of their purse. I tell them to check pants pockets.
Hmm.
I don't care if somebody's still in the pants pocket. That's your thing. It could be somebody else's pants pocket. But I tell them if you had company, check the couch cushions.
Yeah.
I tell them check the couch cushions because especially men, because you all keep that change in there. When you sit down and you lean
That
back,
change just roll. That change just roll.
and
That's why I
here's
always invite my guys to sit on my couch. Man, sit over there, man.
don't tell your secret, don't tell all your secrets.
Oh, okay.
But here's what I tell them: if you left it in the couch cushion, thank you. I appreciate your donation to the cause.
Thank
So
you.
my mom says she will put in a book. So next time I go home, I'm checking all the books. But she
Mhm.
got so many of them. So, but back in the old days, people had those secret levers. It was a book. You could open up a book. There was nothing in the inside, but whatever they were hiding. So you have to find different ways to discipline yourself.
Yes.
Okay. You have to find different ways to discipline yourself because if you don't implement some sort of discipline, here's what and I had somebody say the same thing to me just yesterday. So all coaches need a coach.
Yeah.
All doctors need a doctor. Okay. So as a coach, I have a coach and she's pushing me. And I mean, she, like, I'm at a stretch. And then I said, okay, this is how wide I'm stretched. And she didn't pull my hands and said, okay, now we go.
Got you out that comfort zone.
Baby, she took the comfort zone away. Ain't none. She ain't take me out. She just took the whole comfort zone.
Right.
Because
Come
they
on.
were, well, if we don't do this, where will you be in 6 months?
Mm.
I said, don't tell me the same thing I tell my students. Don't do that. But I'm telling you guys, if you don't implement something now, where will you be in 6 months?
Yeah.
That's what planning is about. It's about forecasting so that you can see where you are now and put a roadmap, put a plan, a strategic plan in place so that you can make changes and you don't have to make big changes. That's why I say start with something small. First, we start on Fridays, and I don't care how much goes in that jar. The goal is to establish the pattern, the habit of saving, right?
Yes.
So when your money changes, all you got to do is increase the deposit because you already know on Friday this is what I'm doing. On Friday this is what I'm doing. And those things are so helpful that before you realize it, when you start looking up, your kids are gonna be dumping change in there. First,
Mhm.
not taking it out, they'll be dumping in too. Mommy dump change in here. So every time that your change disappear, hopefully it goes in that jar. Because they're gonna mimic what they see you do, not what they hear you say.
Mhm.
Right, Tony?
That's absolute.
Okay. They don't always hear you, they see you do X. They heard you say Y, but they see you do X. They're gonna most likely go that way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's most likely what they're going to do. So if we, as the adults, as the parents, start changing our habits, we impact our children. Because if we don't change our habits, we impact our children.
And
Okay.
in saying that, us as adults have to know and understand our difference between wants and needs.
Oh, come on, Tony, say that one more time.
No, seriously though, because a lot of us adults get that mixed up, twisted, bent all out of shape. We got to know our own personal definition of wants and needs. You got to prioritize that.
Come
You know
on,
what I'm
Dr.
saying?
T. Come on, Dr. T. Tell
For
us.
real. I'm just keeping it 100 because, man, that goes over a lot of our people's heads when you get to talk about wants and needs. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And that's a serious matter.
That's it, Tony. We could spend quite a few sessions talking about how to identify and really determine what is a want,
Yeah.
you know, and then we get into that entitlement. I work hard, I work every day, I can have this. Ma'am, sir, that's a negative. Okay, because just because somebody done made you mad, or you done got tired and frustrated, and yes, you think you deserve this, and you think you deserve it because you go to work every day. Those are your rights, but you can't get all to your rights until you handle your responsibilities.
Hmm.
See, folks get that part, as you said, twisted.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. I go to when I've gone traveling with my friend. We went to Vegas. We go to any mall except one. Except one. Every store she loves is in that mall. I'm okay. I got one store in there that I will lose my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a need, but I want it. So I have to set my own boundaries.
Thank
I'll
you.
drop her off if that's what she wants. She said, but no, we'll go here to keep you out of it because I'll lose it. Even if she touches my credit card and take it, listen, I could pick up my phone and type my credit card number in. Don't play with me. Don't play with
You know what
me.
I'm saying? So
So, that discipline, you have to set yourself up for success and not failure. And
yeah,
when you realize that, you know what, that store is the one thing that I love. I mean, I absolutely, and I'm not going to tell y'all what it is. Those of you who know me, y'all know what it is, and I'm not going. But just because I work every day and I make money or whatever doesn't mean I'm supposed to buy it just
right,
because I can.
right. You know.
Okay. And so we get that entitlement mentality, we're going to pay for it
Mm-hmm.
one
Because
way or the other. Yeah,
it takes away from the true vision. You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying?
And then it takes away from the things that you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So now you don't even believe in what you said.
That's it. That is it. So, again, as always, I can't. See, this is why I love when she
Yeah, Miriam.
say you can't have them chitlins this year. They cost too much. I'm sorry, ma'am. I saved up for them. I'll take care of that. Thank you so much.
Well, girl, you hit it on the head with that one.
See how
Woo-wee.
they put you out there like that, Tony? See how
Mhm.
they do you?
Raw and uncut. I like that, Muriel. She's saying,
Oh goodness, a mess, a mess. So as always, we are excited that the Brownstone Worldwide is a platform where we can come forward and talk about the issues, the things that are important to Black and Brown people, and then we can write the story and change our narrative.
Amen.
Absolutely love this platform. So I'm going to invite you guys to go over to the Facebook group, request to join. Make sure you answer the questions. That's always stopping a whole bunch of folk from getting in. You got to answer the questions. And upon admittance, you will see a pinned post. So here's what I'm getting ready to do. So those children, the highway robbery this year, I
Oh
guess
yeah, everything,
to the
everything.
farm. Hey, I'm gonna have to pay somebody down here who got a farm.
Girl, we last week we got two turkeys and they cost us. They
Oh, wow.
cost us. So Thanksgiving gonna be expensive this year, y'all.
And that is one of the reasons I wanted October to be a month where they increase the funds that they brought into their household. So I'm gonna use Tamika as an example because I love my tribe. I love my community members. I love them and what they are trying to do. And then got some of them that I have to, spend a little extra time with to make
That's
sure
all
they
right.
get over that hump so they can get the things done. So there are people who do not believe that you can actually earn about $4,500 a week mystery shopping.
Yeah.
Hmm. You can. So, because they don't believe it, and Tony, there's no cap on it, right?
None.
So when people say I've hit my glass ceiling at my job, well, that's why you do some stuff on the side. You don't hit a glass ceiling. Okay. So I want you guys, for those of you who are listening, who are catching this on a replay, make sure you join the Facebook group because this Saturday, say it with me, Tony, this Saturday at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I have a wait list, and they are all going to receive an invitation to come to an online training, a free online training, where we're going to talk about how to mystery shop your way to more income.
Amen.
Okay. We are not we're not joking around. I tell them all the time, I did not come to play. I came to help you win. And that is what we're doing. We're going to talk about, I'm going to do a series of online trainings over the next several weeks. And so, for those of you who don't know, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready because what I'm talking about is to how to show you how to bring in, how to generate. Let me say this. Let me get real specific in my verbiage. How you can generate $1,000 over the next 30 days.
General.
$1,000 over the next 30 days. And the reason I say it like that, Tony, is because I can give them the tools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can give them the tools to put in their toolbox. If they don't use them and implement,
There it
they
is.
got tools.
Yeah.
They just got tools.
Until they put in the work.
Until they put in the work, until they actually get out and take the steps, until they actually put in the, implement,
Yeah.
until they actually make the phone calls, until they actually get in the car and go to the places to do what they're supposed to do, they can't generate it.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that they don't know how. So
Right.
now, and this is October. Wouldn't you like a check to hit the week before Thanksgiving in $1,000? So look, that Thanksgiving dinner don't even come out your payroll. It don't even come out your bank account. It come out of that bank account. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that is when I say we're going to change the narrative. I am looking to change the narrative of your financial future. I am looking to show you how in December, one of the most expensive months in the year, you can make about 3 grand.
And get all your Christmas money back.
All your Christmas money. Listen, when your friends in January are talking about, good, I'm so sick of these credit card bills. You can't feel for them because your credit card bills don't have no impact like that.
None.
Because you Christmas shop with money, not credit card debt.
Yeah.
Not credit card debt. So
Yeah.
I am breaking out my wheelhouse, what I know, to show you how you can generate
Mm-hmm.
$1,000 in the next 30 days. And if you want to get more aggressive with it, by the top of the year, you'd have made an extra 3 grand doing stuff at home.
That's wonderful.
Hmm.
I got my pen and notebook, Pat. I'll be there. You know me. I'm always look.
And
I tell my people all the time, never get tired of learning. Always. There's always room for improvement. Always be willing to better yourself. You can never get enough knowledge.
absolutely. My pastor said you can sleep when you're dead.
Yeah,
And
man.
remember,
I got plenty. But then I'm gonna be arguing about my wings and my halo. Wait a minute, man. I ordered this
come
here.
on, Tony.
I'm getting that custom. You dig? I'm arguing about that. I ain't got time to hold on, man. They ain't got my wings right.
And right, and where my steering, and why they don't have no good bass in there? What's wrong with
For
that?
real.
Who doing this? Millie Vanilli, come on, y'all, what's going on? Yes, I really enjoy being able to see, and I'm just gonna tell Tamika gonna get me, but when I talked to her this morning and the dots connected, that light, she already got a bright face, big
Mhm.
smile, right? Just a look that will warm your heart. But her heart got warm this morning. Those questions got answered for her, and it was like,
That aha moment.
yeah, oh, I see it now. And then I
Yeah.
clicked. I said to Mika, click that button right there. I said, there go $100 right there, and all you had to do is make some phone calls. That's it. That's it. Just like that.
Just like
So there is plenty of money to be made out here. There's plenty of money that does not have to be with you on somebody else's job. Okay. And I am here to make sure that I do my part and share that with the community. So this Saturday, go on and put it on your calendar. This
Mhm.
Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, you get the link for the sign up inside the community group. So here's how that process goes. You got to join the community group. Once you're inside the group, you click on the link and get on the wait list, and you'll get the invitation to join us on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. so you can start learning how to mystery shop your way to more income. That's just it. That is what what we're doing, we're changing your financial future because this is October is financial planning month. So
Yeah.
now we're showing you how to finish October and November and December strong. But here's the next thing. In January, we're already working on a mini economic summit. Okay. This summit is going to help you set up 2023, right? Set
Uh-huh.
up your whole year. So we're going to talk about wills. We're going to talk about your medical directives. We're going to talk about power of attorneys. We're going to talk about life insurance. What's the best kind? Where to go? Good evening, Natasha. We're going to talk about how to set those beneficiaries for your bank accounts. We're going to talk about the person who's divorced. Make sure that you updated those insurance policies, because your will cannot direct the insurance company to
Right.
send money to someone else. You have to
Yeah.
change the beneficiary form. You might not think that you have anything that needs to go on a will, but if you own anything that's near and dear to you, you want to leave it to who you want to leave it to. Let me leave you with this example. I started at the state of Alabama, and I met this lady who I worked with, and she told me, I told her I was going over to Social Security. That was my new job. She said,
Mhm.
I'm going to bring something for you. And she said, she brought it into work. It was a family picture. The lady across the street had passed away, and somebody cleaned out the house, and all that was in the house was in the trash can. And when she walked by, this was it wasn't an 8 by 10, it was a 16 by something, 16 by 20
Right.
picture of the lady, her sister, and the sister's children. She said, "Find this lady at the Social Security office. This is her sister's picture." So when I got to the Social Security office, I started asking around, and when I finally tracked her down and brought that picture to her at work, it was like reuniting them, because that was the last picture that she and her sister had taken together.
Together. Family heirloom. See, and that's priceless. That's
And
priceless.
you can't get that back.
Can we get that back?
Back.
So
So
it's important to will it to where you want it to go.
that's right. That's
You
right.
didn't even know this. I'm glad you're doing this, Nicole, for real.
Yeah,
Cause man, we definitely need to start right now breaking those old generational curses and start now with the truth, knowing that we can do way better than what we've been taught.
absolutely. And as I learn more, I feel that I have a responsibility to give more, because blessings are meant to be shared. Okay.
Always.
So that is my responsibility to my community, is to help educate us so that we can change the narrative of our story. All right. That's how we change the narrative. Because if I'm just sitting back on the sideline looking and watching, I don't have a voice to say anything about what's not going right. So and let me put this plug out there for you guys. Register to vote.
Please.
I don't care who
Please.
you.
Please.
Okay, let me.
Yeah,
I
for
don't care who you vote for. Truthfully, exercise your right to vote, because our ancestors, generation and generation and generation and generation back, fought for the right for us to be able to vote. They might not have gotten it for themselves. They wanted to ensure it for us. It's the
Amen.
same thing that we do as a legacy to leave for our children. We're working hard now so that our children, that our future, they don't have to work as hard as we do.
Amen.
We're going to have an impact on our children, but if we don't do anything, we're going to have an impact on our children. The difference is it a good impact or
Yeah.
is it a negative impact? Okay. So if you don't do anything to change the narrative, that's on you. All
Absolutely.
right. So as always, I am thankful and grateful to Paulette and the platform she has given us here at the Brownstone Worldwide. Before we close out, does anybody that's here in the audience have any questions, any comments? We thank you guys for being here with us because this information is, as Paulette would say, is news you can use. Um, these are things to help you impact your family. And what happens is when you start to change your narrative for yourself, you change the narrative within your community, from your community to your city, from your city to your state, and from your state all over to the country and then the world. As my mama said, there is power in your vote. Okay,
Yes.
that is also not just my mother, that is my sorority sister, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. We are one of the first organizations to participate in helping women get their right to vote. So please don't let what happened those years ago be in vain. I would sing the song, but yeah, I want y'all to come back. I want y'all to come back. So here again, make sure that another financial banger. You are so welcome for the education, the lesson and lesson and lesson. Make sure you join the group. When you
Yes.
go into the community group, get on the wait list, and from the wait list, you'll get an invitation to come and join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. Now listen, please don't say, don't do that, mama. Don't do that. See, it be your own. See, Tony, it be your own kind. It be your own. It be your own. It be your own. But
You would at least expect her to say, hold my mule or something. Hold my mule. I'm finna sign.
so, but don't worry. Saturday is one of the first. Okay. So, but let me just give you some insight. So, not only are we doing we're spending the rest of October talking about financial planning. In November, we're going to get into the holiday spirit. In December, it will continue. In January, we're going to have a mini economic summit, and that summit in January will lead to a huge summit, which will be occurring in April because April is financial literacy month. So let me make sure I look at my notes and because I want we're going to have some VIP options for you guys because our desire is that you do not walk away from any of these events not knowing what you need to make sure that your financial future is clear. Okay, we want to ensure that you have it. So, from the life insurance to investments, practical ways to do self care because self care, if you don't think self care impacts your finances, watch this. Get sick and can't work.
Right.
Get sick and can't work. Okay, let's keep it real. If you get sick, you can't go to work. If you don't go to work, your sick days may or may not run out, or you may be at a job where you don't have it. And after a long time, you're out of work. Okay. You don't want to be sick at work because you want to be at work sick because you can't take off. That's not what we're trying to do. So self-care can be affordable, but it also is critical to your survival. Okay.
Amen.
And now we're not talking just massages. We're talking about detoxing the body. We're
Yeah.
talking about meditation. We're talking about prayer. We're talking about alone time. We're talking about time away to understand how to clear your mind. All sorts of things will be happening in this summit that will get you to a well-rounded facility, right? Your body is a facility. We're gonna get you to a real well-rounded facility. And so I'm so excited to be a part of these different things. Now, can I tell you one more one 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 more till one? Okay. Till. I can't tell them yet, Tommy. I can't.
I tried
Okay.
though.
Okay. I'm gonna give y'all just a little bitty hint. Just,
Just a little bitty bit.
just a little bitty hint. So once upon a time, Nicole, but once you are this, you are. So I am a best-selling author on Amazon, and I'm about to repeat that thing. I'm about to repeat that thing. So
So glad
be
I got an Amazon account.
be on the lookout. I am so excited for new projects. I kid you not. I look for new projects. And so I'm very excited on what is coming down the pipeline. And that's not even the biggest thing. That's not even the biggest thing. God is good.
All the time.
And all the time, God is
God is good.
And this is why I spend time sharing out, encouraging entrepreneurs. If you are building a business, nobody can do that business like you. I don't care if it's 5 million people doing the same thing, there's only one of you.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's critical that you do it right. It is critical that you do it right. So I'm so excited to be able to share these things as they come down the pipeline. Just give you a little peek, just a little test, just a little taste, enough to wet your whistle. You know how you mama give you that little tip on the teaspoon, be like, here, you want to taste it? No, I want the whole bowl, man. Don't hand me that little bit of teaspoon.
Right.
It's the same thing. Anticipation will not kill you. It would only excite you. But I am thoroughly excited about the things that are coming and
Amen.
what that does. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Mama. See, she didn't know yet. She didn't know yet. But she get an autograph copy. So don't be we don't play when it comes to Mama. We don't play. So when these things are coming down, when these opportunities come out, and this next one, Tony, let me just say this. When I moved to Dallas, there was I've been in Chicago. Chicago has a huge homeless population, right?
Absolutely.
And it's kind of centered in certain places. When I got to Dallas, there's no certain places.
I know.
There's no certain places. Like they have a community of homeless people.
Tent City.
I was like, God, what can I do? Bless me so that I can bless them. And so in March, I had a mishap. I scheduled an event for my friend to help celebrate her birthday, and I scheduled it on Saturday, but we showed up to the event on Friday.
Mm.
I was like, how I mixed that up? I was tired. I was really tired. But, but that mishap led to the meeting that I had today. That when we put it all on paper, it's going to knock the socks off of everybody that hears it. And as it grows, I'll be able to impact this homeless community.
Look at God. Look at God. See, we speak those things that are not as though they were with the expectation that it shall and will come to pass. Praise Him, girl. Woo!
So
Yes.
when I was showering this morning, I was thinking, I was still going back to how did I mess that up? And I didn't. It was His will because if we had gone Saturday, I wouldn't have met the people that I met on Friday because the lady that I met wouldn't have been there.
Yep.
She wouldn't have been there. So, and when I talked to her a week ago, she said, Nicole, I've had so many people reach out, but I don't, I usually let my assistant call them back. It was something about you that I needed to call you back. And I really didn't anticipate us talking this long. We spent over an hour on the phone. And Mama D, not only is she a Black female entrepreneur, she's a ooh,
Oh, Lord. That's just nice.
ooh. so, so that was an automatic connection right there.
Yeah.
We were standing on our shield and just really, really just connecting. And when I met with her today, another hour and a half, almost 2 hour meeting to line stuff up. And she's just like, I just feel like this is so God ordained. And I was actually holding this. I said, we're not finna hold this. We about to make some money with this.
Yeah.
So yes, woo-hoo.
Happy tears. I love
Yeah.
happy tears.
So
Yes. Thank you for sharing that blessing with us. Girl, I receive that because you know what I do when our people get hit like that, you know what I do? I say, I'm next. I'm next because what my father did for you, he'll do for me too.
Yes, absolutely. And this young lady is she bad. She
When
bad.
you did the, I know she bad.
Bad.
Yeah,
She is a
yeah.
bad man. And when she started telling me all of the stuff that she was doing, I was like, man, where's your assistant? She was like, girl, I can't trust nobody.
Hmm.
Okay, we're gonna fix that. We're going to fix that. So I'm just excited for that to to work on getting that inked, and then excited for the things that come out of that, because the blessing that she receives, she's got children, and her children at a prime age, 10 and 11 years old. She's got a
Hmm.
boy and a girl. So you know how it is to be raising a young black man, you raising a young black woman. And so just to be able to put her in a position where she can do more with time with them, because she can't get those years back. But
Right.
then also be able to impact her business so she can take stuff off and she can take care of herself.
Amen.
Okay. So, and then what we do together, we can turn around, and as a member of this organization, the ultimate, theme of our sisterhood is to be able to give back to our
Hmm.
community service. So I am just thrilled, right? I'm about to burn the midnight oil and get some stuff done, get some stuff on paper. But so I don't know if anybody's seen that picture of when, and I can't call his name, the man who started Amazon. He had a banner and it was just hanging on the wall before it became Amazon.
Hmm.
All right. So I am big on vision boards, right? And I created a portable vision board so you can take your goals with you. But between tonight and tomorrow, they're going to be on that wall, big and bold, because now I've just changed the trajectory of what I'm getting ready to do.
Absolutely.
Just totally changed the direct trajectory. So I am excited. This is a new platform. This is going to help me continue to talk as you guys are coming in with us. You guys are going to share. You're going to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Put your notifications on so that you can come back and join us. I am just excited about being able to impact the narrative of our story.
Amen.
Right. So, Tony, any last words before we close out?
I want to say to the chat room, thank you all so much, man. You guys are awesome, man. We appreciate you. We love you, man. And may God continue to bless each and every one of you. My sister, oh, the best is still yet to come, and I'm riding with you. We in this together. Welcome to the Brownstone. I'm new to the Brownstone too, so we family. But that's what I love about the Brownstone: the atmosphere, the feel, the love. It's real, y'all. It's real, and we generally concerned, and we care.
That's it.
And we
We
care.
care.
I'll leave
That's
y'all with
true.
this. Remember, we all we got.
That's it, Tony. That is it. And so I want to thank you guys for being here with us tonight. Remember to like and share. We appreciate your comments. I am the Nicole Johnson with Your Money Matters, and just always understand, I did not come to play. I came to help you win. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you next week.